Hello everyone, welcome to course study on solid mechanics. In today's lecture, again we are going to discuss the numericals based on the determinate shafts of homogeneous cross section. That is, we have to consider shafts in series. So, the problem statement is as follows. A compound shaft consists of brass and steel compounds coaxially and attached fixed at one end and is subjected to torque T at its free end. Find the safe value of the torque T at free end subjected to the following condition. Take modulus of rigidity for the brass equal to 35 into 10 raised to 3 MPa and modulus of rigidity for the steel 80 into 10 raised to 3 MPa. The conditions given are shear stress of the brass is less than or equal to 40 MPa, shear stress of the steel is less than or equal to 60 MPa and theta, that is angle of twist, is less than or equal to 2.5 degree. So from the figure we have a brass shaft and the steel shaft. The external diameter of the brass shaft is 60 mm whereas the internal diameter is 40 mm. The length for the brass shaft is 600 mm and for the steel shaft the internal diameter is 50 mm whereas its length is 900 mm. So as per the given data, we have to find out the value of safe torque T by using a torsional formula for the given set of condition. So we will solve all those condition one by one. So the condition 1 is the maximum shear stress in the brass is less than or equal to 40 MPa. Less than or equal to means it may be equal to 40 MPa or less than or 40 MPa. But we have to consider for the maximum value. And for the maximum value of shear stress, we are going to solve the numerical. So tau of brass is equal to 40 MPa. Okay. Therefore, as per the given data, we will use these two equations of the torsional formula T upon J, which is equal to tau upon R, because we have to find out the value of torque T for the given set of condition. Therefore, T will be equal to pi by 16 capital D into capital D raised to 4 minus small d raised to 4 into tau, because J upon R will be the polar modulus section. Okay, so based on that we have this formula and tau will remain as it is. So on putting all the values of diameter and the tau values, we will have T is equal to 1.361 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. Okay, now we will solve the value of T for the second set of condition, and that is shear stress in steel is less than or equal to 60 MPa. So we will consider it is equal to 60 MPa because it will be the maximum value. For the maximum value of shear stress, we will calculate the value of T, and as per the torsional formula, again we will have T is equal to 1.472 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. This is the second value of torque T for the given condition. Now we have third condition, angle of twist is less than or equal to 2.5 degree. So angle of twist is less than or equal to 2.5 degree, so we will consider equal to 2.5 degree. Okay, so degree we have to convert it into radian. So the value of angle of twist in radian is 0.0436 radian. But as discussed in the previous video or previous lecture also, the total theta will be the theta of 1 plus theta of 2, that is theta of brass plus theta of steel. So total angle of twist will be the sum of angle of twist in first shaft, angle of twist in second shaft. As per the given data, we have total theta equal to 0.0436 and the value of theta of brass will be TL upon GJ. As discussed in the earlier videos also, the value of theta will be given by TL upon GJ. So for brass we have T as a constant and the L is 600 mm. the value of G for the brass is 35 into 10 raised to 3 and J is pi by 32 60 raised to 4 minus 40 raised to 4. This is the value of angle of twist of brass plus angle of twist of steel is given by using this equation. So on solving this equation we have value of T, that is 1.241 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. 1.241 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. So in this manner we have determined the value of torque T for the three conditions. So shape torque satisfying all the three conditions will be 1.241 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. So we have to consider minimum of three conditions. So minimum is this one. So in this way we have found out the value of shape torque for the given set of condition. Now we will move to the next numerical, that is numerical number 3. The problem statement is as follows. A steel shaft is subjected to couples as shown in figure. Length of each section is 0.5 meter and the diameters are 80 mm, 60 mm and 40 mm. If modulus of rigidity, that is G, is equal to 80 GPa, find the angle of twist in degree at its free end. So as per the data given, we have three shafts in series, that is AB, BC and CD, and the length for each shaft is 0.5 meter, that is 500 mm. It is subjected to the torque as shown in the figure. So point B and point C will be the junction point where two shafts are meeting to each other. So while solving the numerical based on this particular type, you always start making FBD from the free end. So the free body diagram will be in this manner. Remember that at the free end this 880 Newton mm torque is acting in anti-clockwise direction. Therefore, to maintain the equilibrium we have to apply equal and opposite torque at point C. So it will be 880 Newton mm. In the same manner 2200 torque at C is acting in anti-clockwise direction, and again we will maintain the equilibrium at B, and similarly for AB shaft. So this is the free body diagram for the given shaft. We have to find out the total angle of twist at its free end. So the total angle of twist will be the sum of angle of twist of AB plus BC plus CD, and the formula is TL upon GJ. So for shaft AB we have total angle of twist will be the sum of shaft at D, torque at D, torque at C and torque at B. Remember that for the total angle of twist we have the formula TL upon GJ. So first of all we will find out the value of theta AB. For theta AB we have length 500 mm, so this length is 500 mm, and the torque will be the sum of torque at D end, at C and at B. Therefore this is 3300 plus 2200 plus 880, and all acting in anti-clockwise direction, so will be positive. The value of G for the given shaft is 80 into 10 raised to 3 GPa, so it will become MPa. Okay, and the value of J for the given shaft is pi by 32 D raised to 4, that is 80 raised to 4. In the same manner we have theta BC. So angle of twist for BC will be the sum of torque at C and torque at D. Therefore we have torque at C 2200 and torque at D 880 Newton mm. The length will be same. The value of G is also common, but the value of J will be pi by 32 into 60 raised to 4 because diameter is 60. And the last one is theta of CD. Theta of CD will be the 500 into 880 upon GJ. So in this manner, if I solve this equation, we have the final equation given by in this way. Again we will solve this equation for the value of theta, and the value will be 46.93 into 10 raised to minus 6 radian. So radian we have to convert into degree, so in degree it will be 0.00268 degree. So this is the total angle of twist at the free end. Remember that as discussed in the earlier video or the previous video, the angle of twist will be the sum of angle of twist in first shaft, angle of twist in second shaft, and angle of twist in third shaft. This is the first method to find out the total angle of twist at its free end. We have second method also, and second method can be given by total theta is equal to theta due to 880 torque, theta due to 2200 torque, and theta due to 3300 torque. So it can be given by, again, theta due to 880 torque is given by 880 into 500, again TL upon GJ of first, then TL upon GJ of second, and TL upon GJ of third. Only the value of J will change. In the same manner, we have theta due to 2200, and it is given by this equation, and for the 3300 we have this equation. If you solve it, again you will get the same answer as that of the previous, so it will be 0.00268 degree. So in this manner we have determined the value of total angle of twist for the given loading condition. In next lecture we will discuss the concept of stresses, strain and deformation in determinate shaft of composite cross section. In the previous lecture we have discussed about the homogeneous cross section. Now we will discuss about the composite section in the next lecture. So we will stop here. Thank you.